Hello everybody. Guess what time of week it is? Tuesday. Tuesday tips from the pro. Matt Check here, Atlanta Athletic Club. Brisk morning. We are going to go over three things. Three things that the pros do better than the amateurs. Very simple. I have knowledge behind my findings here. It's not just something I came up with on my own. Out of I think Dallas, Texas is Athletic Motion Golf. They put the Gear X sensors all over your body. They did it with 100 pros, did it with 100 amateurs, and they found a few things that were a lot different. I'm here to tell you what those things are. So let's just jump into it. We got a lot of stuff to go over today. So we'll jump into number one, and that is going to be how the hips move in the golf swing. Let's start with how the amateurs do it, then we'll get into how you should do it. So if I set up for a golf shot, your typical amateur takes the left hip and really moves it back behind that ball. Really moves it back. Now when that left hip moves back behind the ball, the right hip actually kind of goes away from the target and around. And in golf we call that a slide or sway. Same difference. So that's what the amateurs do. The pros, this is what you want to listen to. This is what the pros do. As they set up for a shot, their right hip pretty much moves behind their belly button. It goes from here to here in their golf swing. And it makes their left hip not move very much. You wouldn't think that, but it's still moving, but the majority of the movement's in the right hip and it's moving towards the target. All right. Now, the amateur on the downswing, when they get this left hip way behind, now they got this right hip has this motion where it actually kind of comes around and back to the ball. Goes like that. That's not what we want. The pro, once they get the right hip behind their belly button, left hip doesn't move very much. From there, the right hip goes forward. It doesn't go back and around where it came from. So it goes right hip behind the belly button, and then immediately it just pushes through. If the right hip's going this way, where is the left hip probably going? That way. That's what we were looking for. So, biggest difference, number one, is in the hips. Now let's move to number two. Number two, they found, this one might blow you away. In the backswing, the typical amateur goes way more around than a typical pro. So as your amateur takes the club back, they are going to go around with their arms. Their arms are what we call flat. Your average tour pro or your average really good golfer, they actually lift their arms more than you think. There's a lot of lift as you go back. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, if you lift your arms, isn't that steep? Well, not necessarily. If I just say, lift my arms straight up to here. Now, if I add the correct amount of rotation with the chest and the hips, now work where the hands are at, right kind of where we want them, above that heel, mid-foot. So you don't want to just get to that position with your arms. That's not a good turn. So lift the arms. Number two, it's okay to lift the arms up in the sky on the backswing. Too many players, too many amateurs get these arms going right across their chest, and then it ends up getting behind them, and a lot of bad things happen from there. So rule number two, it's okay to lift your arms going back. If you have correct pivot and turn, the arms will get behind you naturally. You can get them up high. Okay, number three. Number three is just something that I found, and it's called impact. This is something, if you look at any good golfer on tour, male or female, young or old, they are going to have better impact than your average amateur. Now, there are Brooks Koepka, DJ, Jon Rahm, Scott Stallings. These guys have incredible impact. We're probably not going to get to where they're at, but let me show you what they do and maybe put it into your swing a little bit and just get some extra yards, get some extra stuff. So if I set up for a shot on the downswing, again, lag. I hear lag all the time. This is not lag, okay? This messes up your swing. All lag is the lead arm in front of the golf shaft, lagging behind, okay? Do I need lag up here? No. Do you need lag at impact? Yes. So your really good long hitters have what they call lag tension. That means when they're at impact, if I did a straight line through their left arm, it is in front of the shaft. Your average Joe on the street is going to get into full extension somewhere before the ball. As they get here, they're already no lag anymore. No matter how much they tried to lag it, they let go of it early, and now they have no lag. So lag tension, simply put, is going to be the straight, if you take the forearm and do a straight line down, if you do a video on your phone or anything, you want that line to be in front of the shaft at impact. What this does is it de-lofts the club, makes it feel better, but it also, it goes with any sport. If I was to kick a football, would you kick it with your leg bent? Yes, and then extend. If I was to hit a punching bag, would I punch it with my arm bent and then extend? Yes. Tennis, would you keep the club behind, the racket behind your forearm before you hit it? Yes. Why not do that in golf? Well, people get so caught up in hitting the ball and they start to early extend cast it down instead of hold that lag tension. How can you help your lag tension? It's probably what you're asking. Well, there's 2 drills I like to do. I imagine there is a wall, 6 inches in front of me. You can do this too if you have a mattress or something that you don't mind if you hit too hard. Go ahead and stand right behind it. And what I want you to do is get the full club on that wall. That's where you start your swing. The full club's on the wall. Now reverse your motion and get back to there. What you're going to find is you're going to hit that wall with the club head way before you hit it with the shaft. So just do slow motion swings, boom, boom, and get that feeling of hitting that wall with the entire club. Look at my lag tension at this moment. It's a lot better than if I were to fully extend it behind the ball and lose a lot of power. The next point is if you look at my club, I put a little piece of tape on here. You can use a marker. If you look down this direction, it goes right down kind of the hosel ferrule, and it is going to be in line, if you look at it, with the bottom groove. Now what happens is it's going to look like it's leaning back behind the target line or the impact line. So when you hit it, you want to make sure that red line is 90 degrees to the target line, not behind. And you can do this by looking down. So I set up for the shot. Now a piece of red tape. Now members, come out. I got plenty of tape. I'll put a piece of tape on your club. It's fine, and you're allowed to use it on your club during the course of play. It's not cheating, nothing like that. So as I look down, that red line's right at the bottom groove, but it actually looks like it's tilted to the right. So I want to make sure that, boom, I get that red line right up and down 90 degrees to my target line. So my impact line, I want to make sure, and for you to get that red line, you're gonna have to have the hands well in front. Those are the 3 things that I see biggest difference: tour pros and your amateur golfers. 3 things everybody should work on. Hope you enjoyed my lesson today. See you around, Atlanta Athletic Club members. Good day.